What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring to all of you this evening. So what we're going to be covering in this update is a little bit of the technicals on the absolute craziness that we saw today. There's a lot of key points here that I want to get across to you guys. And in addition to this, we are going to be talking about AMC and GME's Ortex numbers because they are still looking absolutely insane. In addition to this, I also want to briefly expand upon what we talked about in yesterday's video about Max Payne, seeing where that went, how my prediction went, on exactly what we are expecting for this Max Payne price to do and what the odds are that we are going to see AMC run to Max Payne by the end of this week. Now, the most important thing that we need to discuss in this update is this FINRA judgment against Credit Suisse over short sale reporting. Now, there's been a lot of people that have been saying, well, a lot of this short interest that is getting disseminated by FINRA is self-reported, or they're not getting all of the data. Well, we have some evidence of that in this video for you guys, so make sure you guys stay tuned. So before we get into all of that information, if you enjoy the information and analysis that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So AMC closed the day today down 7.64% or 95 cents, closing the day at $11.48. Obviously, not what we wanted to see at all. It's a lot better when we can see Amy go on those massive green days. That's not going to happen all of the time, especially with the market acting the way that it is. But in terms of the technical analysis that we're going to be doing in this video, we're going to be looking at something a little bit different here in terms of why AMC fell the way that it did today. Now, we've talked about this many times. AMC is going to be moving with the overall market here, the S&P 500. Now, there's a key thing that happened on June 9th that I want to draw your guys' attention to. So you guys know we really like to trade with these 1348 crossovers here. We have the 200 EMA in yellow right now. We see a cross down on the 4-hour. We have the MACD pointing down as well. So when you see these indicators right here, it is screaming at you that the market is most likely going to be coming down. Now, you saw that follow-through day with the CPI, and most likely we were going to see that continuation coming up on Monday. Now, if you knew about this strategy and you were following along and really buying into the system, then you guys would have known this. But again, we are offering you guys that time to get grandfathered in down below. So you get access to all of that options data, all of the alerts, all of the live streams. If you're interested in that, make sure you guys check that out. But this cross down on the SPY is one of the main reasons why we saw so much blood and volatility in the overall market today and why AMC has come down to this lower level here. And again, we're going to need to see this cross back up, closing candles above the 200 in order for us to really get that bullish momentum. But we have Powell coming up on Wednesday. We're going to see what they are going to raise interest rates by, and we are kind of teetering on whatever Powell is going to be saying. Now, I do want to come over here and talk about AMC's Ortex data. 22.44% estimated short interest right now, 19.07% average cost to borrow, 25.55% max cost to borrow here. So still really, really wild numbers. We have 293,000 net borrow of shares today with still over 190 million shares on loan, about 37% of the free float. These numbers are absolutely insane. If we end up eventually seeing that reversal in the market and AMC gets some bullish momentum, this is going to look absolutely nasty in terms of upwards price action. Now, taking a look at GME over here quickly, 22.4% estimated short interest, 33.94% average cost to borrow, 70.15% cost to borrow max. So we're still seeing crazy numbers on GameStop as well. Now, expanding on what we were talking about from yesterday with the Max Payne, because a lot of people were expecting us to really start that trend up to that $18 Max Payne. But what we were talking about in yesterday's video is that one, most likely Max Payne was going to come down a lot lower due to additional call buying last Friday and what we are going to see today. And that's exactly what we saw today. Max Payne went from $18 to $16 with some more call buying. And again, I would expect this to come down a little bit more. And the key thing that I want you guys to think about too is that there are really no guarantees ever that we are going to end up finishing around Max Payne. If you guys watched yesterday's video, Max Payne pinning is a theory and it is not an exact science. We have seen AMC close around Max Payne a couple of times in the past, but it is not an exact thing and an exact predictor of where we are going to close on any given week. Now, I want to bring your guys' attention over to this situation with Credit Suisse that is starting to unravel. So we have this form right here about Credit Suisse. So we have a background section right here, but I want to bring your guys' attention down to page 2. From February 2015 through November 2019, Credit Suisse reported short sale transactions to the TRF and the over-the-counter reporting facility without short sale indicators in violation of FINRA rules 6182, 6624, and 2010. Then in addition, from February 2015 through April 2022, so 7 years, the firm also failed to establish and maintain a supervisory system, including written supervisory procedures reasonably designed to comply with FINRA rules regarding trade reporting of short sales in violation with these FINRA rules that are listed down here. Now, when we come down a little bit further, we start to see a little bit more of this information here. Let me see if we can find exactly what we are looking at here. So from February 2015 to November 2019, Credit Suisse submitted approximately 15.9 million clearing transactions to the TRFs without short sale indicators because the firm misunderstood its reporting obligations. That doesn't necessarily sound like something you are allowed to do. Now, in addition to this, let me see if I can find this down here. It might actually be back up here. Yeah, so FINRA's TRFs provide member firms with a mechanism by which to report transactions affected other than on an exchange. So these are off-exchange transactions right here that we are looking at, and this is what I was looking for in this article right here in this judgment. So what's happening here is that Credit Suisse is not marking these orders as short when they are submitting them to FINRA, even though they are actually short sales, and it looks like they're coming in through off-exchange venues. So a dark pool, an over-the-counter market, and these are not getting reported on any of the FINRA reports that we are seeing. So when everybody comes out and says, well, all of this data is self-reported, it's most likely a lot higher than what we are actually seeing according to these FINRA basically reports that come out every 2 weeks. You are correct, and that is what we are seeing right here. They submitted approximately 15.9 million transactions without these short sale indicators. Imagine how many shares potentially on any given stock are not accounted for at any given time according to the FINRA data. Now, there's a couple of things to keep in mind with this judgment from FINRA. We don't necessarily know if these are all or in part related to short sales of GME and AMC or any of the other shorted stocks that we'd like to talk about. But what we can deduce from this is that we are correct in saying that these short shares that should be getting reported and we should be seeing them in our data are not actually there. So again, when we take a look at Ortex data, like I've been saying many times in the past, I just use them as a bare baseline minimum of what the data is, or in reality actually is out in the overall market. So that is going to wrap up this update on AMC and the overall market and what we saw today. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So I hope you guys had a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.